Today on the Diz List, we talk about all the character meals at Walt Disney World.
List, the podcast list, everything in Walt Disney World. I'm Nick.
And I'm Rob, and today we're going to talk about character meals. So that breakfast, lunch, dinner. The way we're going to do this is Nick has done a lot of these.
Yes.
I've done a couple of them, which I'm going to comment on, but we're going to run through the list of all of them. So if you are somebody who's looking to go to Walt Disney World and you want to try out one of these character breakfasts, or I said breakfast, meals, because I'm so used to saying breakfast, because when we do it, we've done a lot.
Yeah, you do a lot of breakfast.
We have, yes. So I'm going to run through the list, and I'd like you to just kind of comment and give your two cents on each one. You've done a lot of them.
I've done a lot of them, not all of them, but I've done a lot of them.
Right, and let us know if it's one you've done or not, or maybe you know something about it, because I know you've at least researched all of them because of all the ones that you have done.
Yeah, and I will add, we have done a ranking show in the past. This isn't really a ranking show. This is kind of a tips show about like, if you're this family, this is what that particular meal would probably be best for. If you're this family, this would be best for you. This is not a ranking. I have my rankings. You can go back and watch that or listen to that show. This is a little bit different. So I just want to put that out there, full disclosure right away.
So let's jump right in here. We're going to start in the Magic Kingdom.
Okay.
There's quite a few in the Magic Kingdom.
There are.
Have you done Cinderella's Royal Table?
I have.
Now, this is special because where are you?
You're in the castle. You're in.
You can't beat that.
You're in Cinderella's castle.
Did we just start at the top or what? I mean, I'm not saying it's your number one. I'm saying like this is a big deal. You're in the castle.
Okay, so if you have a princess-centric household, it's hard to beat this one.
Yeah,
it really is. It's hard to beat it. Even if you're not a princess-centric household, if you're a huge Disney fan, eating in that castle is kind of a big deal. I would say that the food is the second best. If you are a foodie,
really,
I would say this is the second or third best food at a character meal. It's very, it's the second best non-buffet food.
Okay.
Because I think there's a buffet that's a little bit better than a character meal.
Do you remember which princesses? Because this lists that the Ariel will come, Aurora, Jasmine, Snow White, and obviously Cinderella.
Yeah,
which ones?
Cinderella is not in the actual meal. You meet Cinderella before.
It says in the lobby, according to my research.
That is true.
Okay.
Yes.
Do you remember which ones you saw?
Merida was there.
Really?
Yeah, we saw Merida.
Cool.
Rapunzel. We did not. I take that back. We did not see Merida in the meal. We saw Rapunzel.
Okay.
In the meal. So I remember that specifically.
That's
Rapunzel. Great. I would say that the Ariel character is always really good because of the interaction they have. Not that the other ones aren't, but like Aurora, younger kids don't really know, and there's not a lot of like shtick with her, right? Whereas like Ariel comes up and is asking, "Oh, I see you have some dingle hoppers on your table," stuff like that.
That's a great line.
Stuff like that, and so like very good. I think it is a fun place to go. It is really expensive. I will say that there are cheaper ways to meet those princesses than eating there.
I mean, you're dining in the castle.
Yeah, we're gonna do a show in a week that is what things we think that Disney should bring back, and one of the things that I think they should bring back is the pre-park opening. We ate here for pre-park opening, so we were in the park eating before the park opened. So it wasn't even open for like early entry or whatever, and so we were done eating in time that we were able to go and get right onto Seven Dwarves. We were first in line for Seven Dwarves after we ate because we were the second table sat. But I think that this is a place for princess-centric households, I would say. So
what do you is Be Our Guest considered a character breakfast or a character meal?
I would not characterize it as such because Be Our Guest, at least typically, you don't even really get to see the Beast, and when you do, he's walking from one wing to the other wing. So I wouldn't characterize that as such.
All right, but Crystal Palace is a yes.
Yes, and I have not done Crystal Palace.
Well, there's a couple interesting crowds for this. I was thinking about this.
There are, and my cousin has done Crystal Palace a few times because he's a huge Winnie the Pooh fan.
Right. I mean, you have
he
certain
loves it.
age group who is really older groups,
Yes.
because people grew up with Winnie the Pooh,
absolutely.
and a lot younger too.
Absolutely. I would say this is a good place too for a midday break, like because of where it's located. Crystal Palace is a good spot for that. So like if you get a later breakfast, it would be good. Like if you went early and you get a later breakfast, to be able to have those characters for a late breakfast is fun. I've heard good things. I have not eaten here. I've heard character interactions are great. Generally, my character interactions with like Tigger and Pooh and Rabbit have always been good. I don't think I've ever had an interaction with Piglet, but those interactions have always been good, and Eeyore as well. So I think that they are that is a good restaurant, especially if you're a huge fan of Winnie the Pooh. So.
And the food is a little bit different there. I can't remember specifically. I feel like it was fried chicken and mashed potatoes kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's definitely more along the. So for the lunch dinner crowd, it's definitely more along the lines of like American South, or like just like stick to your ribs kind of a thing. You know what I mean? So I would say that's a true.
So I'm trying to think of any other. Well, I don't have any others on my list, but I'm double checking.
For Magic Kingdom?
Yeah, that's all I had.
Well,
for
then
that. Did I miss one?
No, but you have the Magic Kingdom area, right? So you also have like. So if I wasn't sure if you were talking about the area itself, because then you have Ohana breakfast. And you've got,
I have that on my list. Let's go to Ohana right now.
Okay.
So Ohana is one of the ones I've done.
Yes.
So I've done that breakfast before. This was also during COVID.
I would say breakfast at Ohana is the superior meal at Ohana, because I really don't think they do a good job at dinner anymore.
Well,
that's my personal opinion.
Right.
I know you disagree.
I know. I loved both.
I'm not a fan of sandpaper chicken, and I really don't like eating desert beef, and that's what I feel you get served, and it's slow, and they bring you your food slow, but they rush you out. It's the weirdest thing in the world. That's my opinion on that. The breakfast I think is really good.
It was.
It's a little
excellent.
It's a little pricey, but where else are you meeting Lilo and Stitch on property? You're not. So. That's a big part of it. Is Lilo and Stitch are there? You usually meet Pluto at the end. Sometimes it changes, but typically it's Pluto.
My research said also Mickey and Pluto, but Lilo and Stitch obviously.
Yeah, I mean, Mickey in his Hawaiian shirt, cool. Mm-hmm. Lilo and Stitch, those you don't meet pretty much anywhere else. Sometimes like on 626 day, he'll be walking around a little bit more frequently. Stitch will. You definitely don't meet Lilo most places.
There used to be a constant meet and greet in the place where they used to have the alien encounter,
yes.
and they used to have that as a meet and greet for Stitch. I don't know why they still don't do that. The line was around the block.
He does pop up here and there in the park, especially now that the new live action's out. I would say that is if you have a fan of Lilo and Stitch, going there is a must do. I am still shocked they have not swapped out like Mickey for Moana. I'm kind of shocked there.
The Moana meet and greet we did at Disneyland, the girl was excellent. She did a great job.
Yeah.
Can we do one more before we go to halftime?
Absolutely.
And
there's lots of them. So
it's in order. This is the other one that I have done, and this is at Chef Mickey's.
Yeah.
You have done Chef Mickey's meet and greet? Okay. So this is going to be at the Contemporary Resort. Again, we're kind of sticking with the area over by Magic Kingdom, and this one was excellent. We did this breakfast. In my opinion, the food isn't as good as Ohana. The food is pretty standard. It's, your little scrambled eggs and Mickey waffle and
if you are looking to
bacon
stuff your face
because it's a buffet,
then fine, do this. The food's not great. The characters, you're gonna get, the Fab Five. You're getting them. I think your money can be spent better elsewhere, in my opinion.
Sure.
A lot of people love it. I can promise you this: if you plan on having a conversation, don't, because you're not gonna be able to hear yourself think in there.
Yeah, it's very loud.
Between the monorails coming in and out, the singing from the actual restaurant, people talking in the concourse, it's loud.
It is.
Like really, really loud.
It's cool, but that area kind of reminds me of an airport.
That's a very good, that's actually a pretty good comparison. I think.
Yeah.
Look, I think the food's okay. It's standard fare. It's a lot of money for what it is, and you're meeting characters you're probably going to meet 8 other times during your trip there.
Yeah.
I think there's a better place to meet those characters, and we'll get to that in the second half of the show.
Yeah. Let's hop off to the halftime show.
Which is brought to you, as always, by our patrons over at patreon.com/DizListPod. We'll see you after the break. Welcome back. Today we're going to finish up here our list of character meals. We're doing it a little differently. Rob's kind of mentioning which ones he's got listed out of all the character meals. And I'm kind of giving you my thoughts about whether or not I think it's something you should do and for whom it is best to do it.
Well, we started the first half of the show with one that's perfect for princesses. So we're going to start the second half of the show with another one that's perfect for princesses. And I hope I'm going to pronounce that correctly. It's Akershus.
Akershus?
Did I say it right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that is in the Norway Pavilion at Epcot. But I don't think this is one you've done.
I have not done it, and I will explain to you why.
Okay.
I have not done it because while I would enjoy the food there because I like adventure when it comes to my food, I like smoked salmon. I like those smoked meats and stuff like that. This is definitely a very Scandinavian-centric restaurant.
Really?
Yes. And so it's, the Norway Pavilion. You're looking at, they'll have school bread. They'll have smoked salmon. They'll have some smoked meats. Not stuff that we would not look at as traditionally breakfast foods.
Mm-hmm.
I would eat it. I think my son would maybe some of it. My wife would eat maybe some of it.
They have to have like a Mickey waffle on the menu, though, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's
because they want to make money, and kids are picky. And
yes, I mean they certainly do. You got to remember too, in Disney, your kid stops being a kid at 10, so there's that.
It's very expensive.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me started about that. There should be, if they're going to do that, there should be 3 tiers because the fact that my son costs the same at 13, my daughter costs the same at 10 as I do at 44, and they are not consuming any alcohol, but I can consume alcohol at some of these places, and it's like part of the chart. It's whatever. Anyhow, I have not done Akershus. I would say if you're a Frozen fan, it's worth doing, and then you can maybe skip over the meet and greet, which traditionally has a very long line. But I have not done this one, so I can't really speak to it.
Do they have other princesses there? I feel like I heard that they have. Oh my gosh, the Anna and
Elsa.
Oh my gosh, what's wrong with me today?
Yeah. Kristoff, maybe. I don't know. I've never been.
But I know.
There.
But my point was, I heard that Ariel will come and Cinderella
I don't know.
will come. I had heard that.
I couldn't tell you. I have not dined there. So I have heard. Here's what I will tell you. Mm-hmm. I have heard is a good alternative to Cinderella's royal table. So my guess is that more princesses do arrive.
Okay.
But I have not done Akershus. I want to backtrack because I think you missed one, unless maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah.
In the Magic Kingdom area, we
didn't. It's on here.
Okay.
It
all right.
Let's see. 1900. You were going to talk about?
No, I was going to talk about Storybook Dining.
Yeah, that's on here too.
Okay, sorry.
Storybook Dining at Artist Point. Wilderness Lodge.
Yeah, can I just talk about that quickly?
Yeah, and then let's hop back and do that and 1900, and then we'll move on.
So Storybook Dining over at Wilderness Lodge is the old Artist Point. It is a formerly sit-down signature dining. It is now signature dining with characters. It is signature dining with characters that I would say is signature dining because it's signature dining.
You love the food there.
Unlike Cinderella's Royal Table, which is good food, the food here is signature dining level food. I think if you're going to talk about for because it's a non-breakfast, right? It's the best character dining meal that's not breakfast for food quality that you can probably get.
Great.
It is a prefix, which I'm not always a fan of, but the things you're offered here are a little bit like you were going to order these anyway. And so like you get, instead of having to pick from the appetizers, you get all the appetizers. Everybody at the table gets the same appetizers.
Can you pause quick and just explain how prefix works?
Yeah, one price.
Just because maybe this is someone's first episode.
So most of the prefix restaurants on property, which is a whole issue I have, but you pick a appetizer, you pick an entree, and you pick a dessert. Right? At Storybook Dining, there are 3 or 4. I can't remember if it's 3 or 4 appetizers. The entire table gets them. It comes out on this like rotating like Lazy Susan type thing that looks like a tree leaf. There's different tiers of leaves.
Cool.
Because the whole feel is you're dining in the forest.
And
right?
I feel like there's trees or something on the wall.
Yeah, so
I've seen photos.
You're supposed to be like dining in the forest with Snow White.
Great.
But that comes out, and you've got I think there's like a shrimp cocktail type thing. There's a they're more like an amuse bouche, so it's very small, but there's 3 or 4 of them. There's like a mushroom soup. There's like there are different appetizers, right? Then you get to choose from like some pretty good entrees, and even the kids' choices. Like even if you are dealing with a kid below 10, they have some pretty good choices there. They have a good steak. They have a good chicken breast. But the food that they serve there is really good. It's really well done.
Would you say it's more like European French themed food, or how would you describe it?
I would say there's a little bit of a German bend at times because there's a little bit of like the gravy that's on the veal shank I can recall being a little not sour because that'll turn people off. But if you've ever had sauerbraten where it's a little bit got that twinge to it,
Yep.
it is that kind of it is certainly a stick to your ribs meal. Like they have a really good prime rib there. It's one of the better prime ribs on property, honestly. They have a good chicken breast there that's phenomenal. So it's not adventurous. Like outside of the appetizer of like the mushroom soup, which might be adventurous for some people, I wouldn't call it adventurous. And their desserts are phenomenal.
I don't know why I thought it had a French feel to it. I realize that the story is German, but
No, I wouldn't say that. I mean, it's definitely got a fine dining feel for the food.
well, I think another interesting big picture thing too about this is that if you think of that resort in general, okay, Wilderness Lodge, many of the places are, it's ribs and it's burgers and it's a lot of
Yeah, I mean,
kind of stuff that you like to cook, but this seems like it's a different kind of feel. Obviously, it's signature dining. It's very high class, but I just feel like it's a different shaped peg than the other two. I can't remember the name of the other two. It's
like Whispering Canyon.
yes, Whispering Canyon.
I wouldn't characterize Whispering Canyon as like barbecue though. I would certainly say it's more American.
Sure.
It's certainly a more American fare. This is a fine American fare, is what I would say.
Okay.
But it also has a little bit of a German bend to it.
Cool.
So, and then you had mentioned 1900 Park Fair,
Which is at Grand Floridian.
and I can't really talk about the new 1900 Park Fair because
I've seen videos.
because the new 1900 Park Fair has changed as far as who the characters are and everything else.
Yeah.
Here you're going to meet Tiana. You're going to
Naveen, I think.
You'll meet different people here than you will anywhere else.
Yeah.
And it used to be like that too when it was you'd meet Mad Hatter, you'd meet Alice. At the end we met Tigger. There's a lot. I mean, it was a fun restaurant to go to. The food was okay. I can't speak to the new 1900 Park Fair, so
Okay.
I will back off on that one and just say that if you are a Tiana fan, 1900 Park Fair is where to go.
Yeah.
I will say there's been a lot of complaints about how sometimes they're just not there. Like Mirabelle just isn't there,
Oh, boy.
or something like that. So that's tough.
Okay. Let's head back. Let's see where we are. Oh,
Sorry.
okay. So this next one, I know you've done this one before. I'm a big fan of Chip and Dale. Love the cartoons from when I was little. One of my favorites is Chip and Dale and Pluto and the Christmas Tree. It's one of my favorite cartoons. I've always really
Rescue
liked
Rangers
and Rescue Rangers. I watched that too.
Yeah.
Loved that.
coming home from school.
But one of the few places you can see Chip and Dale consistently is in Epcot in the Land Pavilion, and this is the Garden Grill. It's the easier restaurant to pronounce its name, not Sunshine Seasons.
Yes. I would say
that 10 times fast.
I would say Garden Grill is one of the best character dining experiences you will have.
As far as quality of food, interactions.
Food's good. Interactions are some of the best you're going to have. Chip and Dale are Farmer Mickey. You're not going to see Farmer Mickey anywhere else. Pluto's chain, his name tag is a cast iron skillet. It's
That's
hilarious. And you're in a rotating restaurant that's rotating above the Living with the Land ride. Yeah, it's a place where now I've only had breakfast there because of just that's all I've ever had there. But I would say that the lunch dinner gets very high marks as well. We met like some places you feel rushed with your interactions. We saw Chip and Dale 3-4 times.
Great.
One of my favorite pictures. This is where I found out my daughter was somebody who gets very hangry. So it was at this particular restaurant. She had just turned 4, and we got there. We were doing a pre-park opening dining. It was 8 o'clock maybe. I don't even know what it was. She was hungry. And she was in no mood to meet characters. And I was like, this is going to suck. Like, all the pictures she just doesn't want to get up for. There is a picture of her standing next to, I think it's Dale.
Most pictures of your daughter are pretty hilarious.
Yeah, she refuses to take normal pictures.
Well, they're funny.
Yeah, but she refuses to smile. They're always weird faces.
Her pretzel photo from the other day was really funny.
Yeah.
She took a bite of a pretzel into the shape of a smile or a frown, I can't remember which, and put it in her mouth, so that was her smile.
Yeah.
I love that picture.
Yeah. So she's standing there next to, I think it was Chip, and she's kind of grumpy, but her mouth is filled up like a chipmunk would be.
Oh my gosh.
Because we're pumping food into this girl. And as the pictures go on, you can tell how early in the meal we are, because then eventually we get to ones where she's smiling. So it's just funny that's the memory I have there. But I'm telling you, the character interactions there are phenomenal. You can't go wrong. This is for every family. This is for every age group. This is a great place to go. And in the middle of a hot Epcot day, it's a great spot because you're in the air conditioning, and then you can jump down, do Living with the Land, and then do Soarin'. It's perfect. I really, really, really can't recommend this place enough.
Okay, now we're going to change gears. This next one is for a totally different group of people.
Okay.
I'm not part of this group because I don't know these characters as well. And this one's over at Hollywood Studios. It's called Hollywood and Vine.
Yeah.
And this is the Disney Junior meet and greet, which you can meet characters such as Vampirina, Fancy Nancy, Doc McStuffins, and it also includes Goofy. So they throw that in just for the dads who are like, oh, there's somebody I know.
Yeah.
But I don't know these characters as well because my kids are a little bit older.
What I would tell you is I have not done this one, but everybody I know who has, and every creator I know who has, says that Disney should be ashamed at the amount they charge for this, because they're clearly just taking advantage of families who have young kids
who want to
see these people, because the food is awful. Oof. So that's all I would say. I have not eaten there, but that is the general consensus from most people that I talk to.
Okay.
I could be wrong.
Well, if we have a listener who your kid absolutely needs to see them, just prepare yourself.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes that's what you got to do, right?
Well, sometimes that's the highlight of a kid's entire Disney trip is getting to meet Vampirina.
If you're going to make a core memory by meeting Vampirina, cool. Then then I am not judging you. I am judging Disney for the price tag on the food they're giving you there.
This next one, I want to skip right to your tip because all our listeners need to know this tip for Tusker House, and this is in Animal Kingdom.
Yeah.
You got an excellent tip last time that really gave you the best possible experience when you went and dined at this restaurant. So again, I'll repeat, this is Tusker House in Animal Kingdom. Can you explain what that tip was and how listeners can take advantage?
I can. So what you should do is you should try to get as late of a breakfast reservation as you can.
And breakfast goes until 10:30, 11?
10:45, maybe, something like that.
I'll look it up.
The last time we got a reservation, I think it was 10:30 reservation. We go in there. We eat our breakfast foods, which is really good. Then they start turning over the buffet into the lunch and dinner menu. So one thing I will say as a drawback is that at Tusker House, they may not refresh at that time. They're not going to refresh as much of the breakfast food. So if you are find something you really like and there's barely any left, you probably aren't. You better get it on your first time through, because what they're going to refresh it with is going to be lunch food. But it is a very good restaurant. When I was saying earlier, about this could be first, second, third, whatever. This is, for my money, the best buffet food in a park. It is the second best buffet probably I've ever eaten at.
Wow.
Only to the buffet over at Boma. It is adventurous food, but it is also simultaneously non-adventurous. You don't have to get that. I'm talking on the lunch buffet, you're going to have a strip loin, a coffee-crusted strip loin inside a park.
Wow. And you can have as many as you want?
Yeah. You can have as many. I mean, you technically could go in there and have 4 New York strips, basically.
Wow.
But you're going through there with these amazing African spices and these warming spices. It's such a great food atmosphere. And then it's my favorite character of all time. It's his restaurant. It's Donald's place. And he lets you know when he comes to your table, Donald's number one, and he'll talk about that. Well, pantomime that. Daisy's coming around. Yeah, and you have all these characters coming through. It is a great place. If you're looking for the Fab Five, remember I said, if you're looking for that group of characters, okay, sure, I guess you can do Chef Mickey's. I'm telling you, if you're going to Animal Kingdom, do this. And I'm going to bet it's going to be easy to get a reservation coming up soon because Animal Kingdom is going to be dead with all the stuff closed.
So it looks like the time to shoot for is somewhere between like 10:30, 10:45, because I'm getting mixed results when I'm doing search for this. And some places are showing it being 11 for the start of lunch and some being 11:30. So just to play it safe,
They start flipping the buffet though at about 10:45.
Okay.
So like when stuff's running out after 10:30, they're not replacing it with breakfast food. You're not getting more babodi. You're getting a new thing.
So you want to shoot for 10:15?
No, I think 10:30 is a good.
Okay.
Our reservation last time was at 10:30, and we were able to go through, get breakfast, and then it flips over. I think this is a restaurant you have to do if you're into Donald. I think it's really cool because you get Safari Mickey, Safari Minnie, you get Safari Donald, you get Safari Daisy. It is a really cool place to go, and they're dancing and they're having fun, and they're Goofy's acting up in there. It's a great restaurant, and it's got a great character interaction.
So we have two more on our list. We're almost done. I want to start with one that I don't know if you've done, because our last one at least is one that I really want to do because I think it has the best costumes. But let's do Cape May Cafe. This is not the one that has the best costumes. I've not done Minnie's Beach Bash, and that's at the Beach Club, which I know you've stayed at. Have you gone to this before? I didn't really know anything about this one.
Cape May Cafe?
Yeah, I didn't even know that they had a character breakfast.
I have not done Cape May Cafe. We stayed at Beach Club. There was very little interest to go to Cape May.
There's so many other great options around.
Well, how should I put this? So Cape May Cafe is a seafood restaurant.
Sure.
And I want you to think about, like, if you have a seafood restaurant with like carpeted floors in Cape Cod, the smell that lingers.
Well, before you started working at the school where we both work, the cafeteria used to be carpeted.
Yes.
And think of the amount of milk that was spilled in that carpet.
So I get it. So I would say that there's a lingering seafood smell, and people can tell me that's just in your head. It doesn't smell like that anymore.
Okay.
It's not for me, and I like seafood. It's not for me. It's not for my family. There are people who swear by it. There are better for your money, especially in that area. There's better places for your money for dining, character dining.
So this last one I want to do the most. Okay, and I'm going to wait until I get to go with my kids. And this last one is Topolino's Terrace. Now, this is at a resort called the Riviera. It's a newer resort. It's right next to Caribbean Beach. And for my money, this is the coolest looking, coolest costumes that... There are some that it's arguable. No, I'm going to rephrase that. These are my favorite Mickey costumes.
I'm going to say
Mickey and gang costumes for a breakfast.
I'm going to say you didn't need to backtrack that. They are amazing outfits.
So
every single
would you like to explain? You've seen this and you've eaten there before. So they're incredible.
So look, until something changes, this will forever be my number one character meal. Okay, this is the best food on property with a character meal. I'm sorry. Okay, it is crazy good. That restaurant is amazing. It's a signature level breakfast with characters, and it's not a signature level price, really.
Awesome.
The price I'm going to tell you right now, your kids aren't going to find out. Go without them too. It is that good. It is that good.
Do you know what I'm doing right now?
You're going to make reservations.
Don't say that too loud.
Yeah, I know.
We're in my house.
They'll get over it. I'm telling you, it is that good. The steak and eggs there is phenomenal. They come out with these really good pastries. Now, I don't know how that would work with gluten-free, but I'm sure they have gluten-free alternatives. I think it's a gluten-free donut there that they do. It was great. And the views, you are not getting better views.
Yeah, it's
Period.
beautiful.
End of story.
And Caribbean Beach Resort is beautiful to just look at.
Yeah, it's absolutely gorgeous up there. You can see everything. You're way up high. I love this restaurant, as you can tell. I love it when it's not characters. I love it when it is characters. It is, for my money, the best character meal you can get. I would 100% say that. Now, there is something you didn't mention that is not
I missed one?
technically, well, it's not technically on property.
Sure.
There is a character dining experience. Now, I'm going to have you look up the name here. It's at the Four Seasons. So, a lot of people don't know about this.
You're right.
A lot of people don't know that you can actually go to the Four Seasons, which happens to be inside of Disney's gated community, Golden Oaks. And there is a Four Seasons character dining experience that the last time we did a character dining where I ranked them, our friend Becky, Raising Mini-Me's, but she said, yeah, but you haven't done this because this is one of my favorites. And I looked it up. And I'm like, maybe you might be right. What's the name of it? Does it say?
So it is called Ravello.
Yeah,
and
Ravello.
It's a modern Italian eatery inside the Four Seasons, and the name specifically of the meal is Good Morning Breakfast with Goofy and his pals.
Okay, so all I know is that was told to me was like, you guys missed out because that one's great. So I haven't done it. But I'm going to tell you that she knows her stuff. So if Becky's saying to do it, you should probably do it, is all I'm going to say. But that's something I would try. Golden Oaks is where I'm planning to retire to. Once this show hits it big, I'm going to plan to retire there.
Share the show with a friend, folks.
Yeah. A rich friend, please, who wants to sponsor us. No, I'm kidding. Only kind of. But yeah, those character meal places, I mean, I'm telling you right now, there's something for everybody. I don't know if we've missed any. We probably have because there's so many of them. But what I will say is this. Parents, sometimes it's worth the extra money to see your kids react. Think about their age. It might not be worth the extra money at a kid who's 14 and a kid who's 10. But, for instance, we're not doing the character dining over at Aulani. Why? We've met the characters before, and honestly, it's pretty expensive. And we're like, the characters are going to be roaming around anyway, so I don't need to worry about it. But what I'm hoping to do is to go around and meet the characters without having to go dining. Okay.
So it's more like Disneyland. They roam around the property.
Yeah, they're if you look, so it has its own app because Disney can't have just one app. They've got to have 3.
I'm sure.
And so you open up the Aulani app.
That's funny, but
true. Well, want to get even crazier? The photo pass pictures that you get at Aulani? No, those are on the Disneyland app. So I had to download the Disneyland app in case we get photo pass pictures while we're at Aulani because those show up on the Disneyland app, and the Aulani app doesn't have that.
Okay,
it's so weird. So the Aulani app though tells you so and so is meeting from this time to this time at this location, and so is meeting from this time to this time, and they'll just be walking around as well. So I'm not worried about meeting them. So we're not going to do that character dining because my kids are 10 and 14. Now, if we were in Hawaii and my daughter was 6 and was because she loves Stitch, right? And the only way to meet Stitch was to sit down at this dinner and pay an extra $30 for what the food quality is. I'm going to pay it. And that you might say, well, you're spoiling your kids. And you know what? Yes, I am.
That's kind of the point.
because guess what? Those memories are going to last a lifetime for me.
And you do it once a year.
Because it's not just going to be my memories or her memories. They're going to be my memories too.
Yeah.
So
I told you that too about the Weird Al thing.
Yeah. So this has been fun. If you can think of something we missed, if you think of a character dining meal that we missed or one that you think that we should be talking about more.
Yeah.
Or if you're like, Topolino's Terrace wasn't good the last time I was there. Or you feel like Akershus really isn't that intimidating of food. Cool. Let us know. I want to know that because I would try it then. If I were going with just me and my wife, I'd probably do Akershus, but I'm not sure I would want to do it with my kids. Cape May, you're going to have a hard time convincing me. The Hollywood and Vine, good luck. Probably not happening. But those other ones, you never know. So,
that's true.
But it's a great, big, beautiful tomorrow. Tomorrow's just a list away.
Tune in next time, and we'll see you real soon.